Om Namah Shivaya, Sumanji. So the next question you have asked is, given the current situation of the world on today, when the recording is happening, today it is 5:15 a.m. IST in India, Saturday morning, 16th July 2022. So Sumanji, you asked that given the present situation in the world, where we see a long drawn out Russian-Ukrainian war, lot of disruption in global supply chain, commodity prices shooting up, energy supply disruptions in Europe, energy prices shooting up, an economic crisis in Sri Lanka, a massive collapse in the value of most of the world currencies, dollar getting strengthened. The world has just seen a major crypto crash. Billions of dollars of investor money has been wiped out. We also see decline in the economic fundamentals of China as per Chinese government data. We have also seen a lot of countries on the cusp of bankruptcy, defaults, and lot of geopolitical tensions in Middle East rising. And there is a lot of restructuring happening. So you ask Guruji how next 6 months. So essentially you are asking what will be the global scenario? How will various countries fare sometime around December 2022? Then how will be next 1 year? So July to July 2023. The next 5 years. So up till 2027. And next 10 years up till 2032. So Sumanji, outright I would like to tell you, and this is being recorded on 16th July 2022, a Saturday morning in India, when it is roughly 5:20 a.m. IST in Brahma Muhurt. Mark Guruji's words. This is how the new world order will emerge. First of all, Sumanji, you will see between 2028 and 2032, more clashes, more friction, more catastrophes than the world has witnessed between March 2020 to March 2023. If people feel that what they have observed between March 2020 and March 2022, given a once in 100 years global pandemic, a proper mechanized conventional warfare between two sovereign countries, Russia and Ukraine, something which has happened for the first time in last 20 years. So many natural calamities, so much of disruption in global supply chain, energy circuit. And one can see very easily the tremors in the fabric of geopolitics, of the world order that has existed since 1945, especially since 1992, after the collapse of Soviet Union. So Sumanji, through you, 2.5 crore Hindutva Abhiyan sadhaks, Guruji's disciples, want to know, Guruji, what will be the other key factors? So we understand that 2028 to 2032 will be even more chaotic. There will be military disruptions, climatic disruption, massive economic overhauls and churning, cycles of recessionary forces disrupting many more global infrastructures of supply chain, digital economy, diplomatic trustworthiness, old alliances crumbling, new geopolitical alliances rising. One thing that will be constant in this is between now and 2045, between now and 2040, between now and 2035, between now and 2032, the rise of Bharat as the increasingly important geopolitical axis of new global order will be more and more and more prominent. Bharat, the divine land of spiritual humanitarianism, of global brotherhood, of wanting good for everyone, its rise is inevitable. He who aligns with Bharat will benefit infinitely. He who goes against Bharat will suffer infinitely. Coming to energy, the hallmark of next 6 months will be various forms of disruption to energy distribution. The decision of Europe to ban Russian fossil fuels, specifically Russian oil, gas, coal, will harm Europe much more than it will harm Russia. Rather, Russia's export earnings will actually increase. Its ruble will become increasingly more self-reliant. It will be a blessing in disguise as its economy becomes more self-reliant. It will find new friends, new buyers to its fossil fuels, new buyers to its commodities, which will actually unleash industrialization, industrial boom, manufacturing boom, services boom, new tech boom in countries, specifically India, Vietnam, and few more countries allied with Bharat, facilitated by Bharat. Chinese debt will be the heavy stone around its neck. Its internal debt, debt tied to mortgages, real estate, will be a huge challenge to the economic progress of China over next 6 months. Europe will face increasingly a tougher and tougher next 6 months. And if it is not alert, given that UK has separated itself from EU, actually European Union may enter a phase of not just recession, but slow and steady deindustrialization. The demographic decline of Europe is going to further cause pain to this decline. US will realize that it cannot prosper at the expense of the world. US will have to realize that its path of future growth, empowerment lies in aligning with the spiritual civilization of Bharat. And if US aligns itself with Bharat, it may regain its trajectory to remain what it is, if a bit weaker. Otherwise, US in itself, which is currently facing economic hardship due to rising inflation, looming recession, may lose its path, and over next 10 years may lose the kind of geopolitical supremacy it has enjoyed in a unipolar world order between 1998 and 2018. US has to be very careful. The technological evolution of mankind will be slow and steady. Those who are expecting some massive disruption because of technological innovation, will be disappointed. Though technological innovation, technological growth will eventually take mankind to a higher realm of consciousness, to a higher realm of empowerment, but this will be a long drawn process which has to be coupled with technological and economic innovations like artificial computational intelligence, structural intelligence, amalgamating itself with blue economy, unleashing the constructive prowess of oceans, with space economy, unleashing the prowess of space, especially the asteroid belt, amalgamating itself with the goodness and the greatness of the righteous part of modern economy, land-based resources, and ocean-based world trade. All have to come together. A synergy will have to be achieved. Next 2 years will be very sensitive in this regard. If mankind can bring all these elements together and move closer to spiritual humanitarianism, then the next 10 years will be less painful, else very painful. But either way, the 4 years between 2028 and 32 will be full of turmoil. And Bharat is going to rise from this journey extremely strong, resourceful, having harnessed its land power and oceanic power and space power, guiding the path to holistic empowerment for entire mankind. Technological innovations which are intelligently rooted in futuristic geoeconomic fundamentals of modern economy plus blue economy plus space economy are the areas one should invest oneself into, are the areas whose skill sets one should acquire to achieve a sustainable and secure career for oneself. And at the same time, the entire world has to come together against all anti-human forces of evil so that righteous and the spiritual forces are victorious in the end. The domains of artificial intelligence clubbed with intelligent additive manufacturing, when will amalgamate in itself the best of multiomics, bioinformatics, biotechnology, pharmaceutical engineering, oil to chemicals, specialty chemicals, nanotechnology, robotics, energy sciences, nuclear engineering, sixth generation, telecom, to cater to the future hybrid economy of space, ocean, and land. This is the domain that is the hope of the mankind that one should invest oneself into. Especially, this is the domain that Bharat should champion holistically. Already we see the rise of Bharat as a diplomatic superpower. This rise is going to accelerate over next 6 months, further accelerate over next 2 years, and will accelerate at a lightning speed thereupon. These are the few contours that will highlight the next 6 months, 1 year, 5 year, and 10 years. Om Namah Shivaya.